Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty cool stuff to go over. Riddler has posted a ton of new information regarding next year for Pokemon in general. We also have some other bits and bobs to go over as well. Plenty of stuff has been revealed about the next Pokemon Go season. There's a lot of stuff to cover. If you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. It's trying at 500 likes, really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts about anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the latest tweets that Riddler has posted. So, he posted this on the 25th of November, saying, well, 25, so obviously 2025, is the Ikaku year. So, basically, 2025 is the Legend ZA year, all around. You would also know something about the visa stuff on 27/2/25, so obviously Pokemon Day, looking forward to it now. And then he goes up and says, well, would is actually might, not quite sure of the announcement date. So he actually says here, you might also know something about the visa stuff on Pokemon Day next year, looking forward to it now. So the visa stuff was obviously something that everybody was questioning. Everyone was like, what were you talking about visa stuff? Now, a lot of people are kind of, I guess, combining that with Pokemon Home, and that is the kind of new sort of thing that we're going to hopefully find out about next year. But basically what he's saying here is next year is going to be concentrating on, I guess, Pokemon Legends ZA, and then we may also get like the Pokemon Home update as well. Because if Pokemon Home is going to go across to the Nintendo Switch 2, which is most likely, then it might get some sort of like big update, and so that might be something we find out about. And of course, there has been a lot of leaks recently saying that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to get announced in January and it's going to come out in March. And if it's announced in January, and then on Pokemon Day Presents, because the Switch 2 has already been announced, they can then talk about whatever they want in regards to Pokemon and the Nintendo Switch 2, because they don't have to hold back anymore because it's been announced. And then obviously the Switch 2 drops in March, again, according to these recent leaks and stuff. And then obviously, yeah, we'll get the Pokemon Home stuff, and then obviously Legend ZA on the Switch, but then will be playable on the Switch too. So that's what he said then. We also have him replying to this post here by Wildcat saying, not sure of the announcement date, implies you are referring to a different feature / game / DLC entirely. Maybe something that lets you travel to different regions, early 30th anniversary to the present maybe. If so, this better be running on the Switch too. Yep, an all new getting Visa thing is on the way. So again, the Visa thing is apparently going to be Pokemon Home. That's what a lot of people are kind of thinking. So we have people kind of breaking this down as well. We have Jean kind of doing a really good breakdown of everything here, but we also have Central Elite here saying, now this is interesting for a specific separate reason. So take the following with a grain of salt. This is a different rumor. Again, this is going back to what we covered a couple of days ago. We've kind of covered this in a little bit of detail every single day, but that's because it's very likely to be true now, because it's been corroborating by another leaker who's saying, you know, the Switch 2 is going to get announced in January, going to come out in March. And then this is obviously corroborating with what Riddler is saying. So Ounce, being the Switch 2, will announce in January 2025 and release in March. Pokemon Home will be on the Nintendo Switch 2, but it will have a different host and developer instead of Grand Oak in the Nintendo Switch version. And then here's the code to see who is that character, and it will be a hint to the next Pokemon main series game after Gaia and its DLC. So that code is all about Bianca, which obviously is going to be the new host of the new Pokemon Home, which is a big hint to Generation 5. That's basically kind of like the main sort of thing to take away from this. But the fact that they're saying, you know, Pokemon Home will be on Ounce and it's going to have a different host and developer, that kind of ties in with what Riddler here is saying, you know, that the Visa stuff, you're going to find out some stuff about that on 2/27/25, which is going to make sense, because obviously if there is going to be a new host and everything on Pokemon Home on the Nintendo Switch 2 that could potentially be announced on Pokemon Day, as I say, that would have been after the Nintendo Switch 2 was announced. So it kind of all goes well chronologically in order. So obviously that was the kind of post. So it says, on family boards, last Friday a user talked about Nintendo Switch 2 being revealed in January, but also mentioned that a version for the Switch 2 will have a different host, which is Bianca from Unova from the decoded message. The user later claimed his source is the same as the Weibo leak we posted today. So the Weibo leak is the one that we covered I think in yesterday's video, which is obviously about the Nintendo Switch 2. So the same leaker has popped the Nintendo Switch 2 stuff there, and then has also given this person the information about Pokemon Home and stuff. So again, both from the reliable leaker that we know has credible information, because they got everything about the last Nintendo Direct right, which is why we are kind of getting so excited about this, because they just got all that stuff right. This also matches what Riddler-Ku was hinting today about a new Pokemon Home, so obviously that's in regards to this post here. Interestingly, Pokemon Bank was announced in 2013 and released in 2014. Pokemon Home was announced in 2019 and released in 2020. So then in 2025, something might get announced and then obviously come out in 2026. Again, that might be for Pokemon Generation 10. Like, we think that potentially Generation 10 could be the first main series game that has every Pokemon in it again. Because obviously since Generation 8, the Dex kind of cut has been a really unfortunate thing we have to think about in every single Pokemon game. Like, we don't know who's going to be in what game. And so maybe Generation 10 will actually bring everything back, and it will be in regards to this new kind of Pokemon Home feature. We also have Centro here saying new potential Pokemon leak. So Riddler-Ku is claiming that something new related to Pokemon Home, either a new feature, a successor, or a new game compatible with it, will be announced next year, potentially on Pokemon Day, and somehow it involves every Pokemon being compatible. So, like I'm saying, I mean, every Pokemon is compatible with Pokemon Home, so that's not really anything new, but if it is something like a successor to it, or it's a new game compatible with it, or something like that, then obviously that's big, because that will mean the Dex cuts aren't a thing anymore, or at least for Generation 10 they wouldn't be. And then we have Jan kind of breaking all of this stuff down as well. So massive shout out to Jan here, because obviously they kind of have a little bit more of an insight into this whole situation, because obviously they do talk to Riddler-Ku quite a bit in the comments and stuff. He did post a lot of other like cryptic stuff as well, you know, like the Boo Ran Zen me dang me. I don't know what he's meaning by all this. He was just posting like loads and loads of random stuff, but this is kind of like another way of seeing it. The consensus is this is what he's talking about. So we have Jan here tweeting out saying Riddler-Ku is saying we might know more Pokemon that will make the Dex cut in ZA during the 2025 Pokemon Day Presents. If you happen to be wondering, the whole 2025 is reserved to Pokemon Legends ZA so far. So this also kind of defeats the idea that we're going to get Generation 10 announced next year, and they're also going to get Black and White remakes next year. Because obviously this rumor is saying that they're going to be coming out after Generation 10 and its DLCs. So ZA will be 25, Gen 10 26, DLC is 27, and then Pokemon Black and White games 28. So if you are a fan of Generation 5, did I say Generation 8? I meant Generation 5. Generation 5 remakes in 28 or whatever it was. If you're a fan of those games, you're still going to have to wait from now 4 more years until we get them, which is unreal because that's such a long time. But anyway, going back to what Jan was saying, and obviously, yeah, we might find more Pokemon that are cut from the 2025 game. And then to explain, so Visa is what we say in Chinese when referring to the Dex cut. So basically, we interpret it as Pokemon are now applying Visa to enter the new game. So no Visa equals Pokemon cannot legally enter the region, didn't make the Dex cut. So if I want to guess, he means all Pokemon will be available on the Nintendo Switch console, as this is the last game on the console. This practically confirms everyone's favorite Pokemon, Watchog and the Unovan monkeys are going to be in Legends ZA. So this is a little bit more of a breakdown of what Riddler-Ku means by the word Visa. So it means he's actually talking about the Dex cut and stuff. So again, Pokemon Home stuff as well as Dex cut stuff is kind of what he's referring to here. So it does look like every Pokemon is going to be available on the Nintendo Switch when Legends ZA drops. Obviously, the only Pokemon that are currently not available to play or to use on the Nintendo Switch is Furfrou, which obviously we know is going to be in Legends ZA. We already saw it in the trailer. It's a Kalos Pokemon anyway, so it's going to be in the game. But yeah, we saw it in the trailer. Patra and Watchog are not in the game, and then also all of the elemental monkeys. So if what Riddler-Ku is here saying is correct, he's basically saying, you know, everything's going to be available on the Nintendo Switch, which you'd like to think anyway. I can't imagine a world where we have multiple games on the Nintendo Switch and not every single Pokemon is accessible. Again, the ones they've left out aren't exactly the most favorite Pokemon out there. I don't think I've ever met anyone who loves Watchog. The elemental monkeys are some of the most kind of not hated but disliked Pokemon. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Simisage. I think Simisage is an absolutely awesome Pokemon, but Simipour and Simisea I'm not massive fans of at all. So it's not really something that I'm missing, but it should be where you can have every single Pokemon at some point on the Nintendo Switch, and that looks like it's what Riddler-Ku is saying here. So big kind of Dex cut, I guess, leaks, Pokemon Home leaks, all that jazz. It's all kind of combining together. So whatever this source is that's giving the information to Riddler-Ku, and then also giving the information to the the leak on the family board post, and then also this one as well. There's multiple people getting leaked information, which is actually really, really cool, because we're finally back into getting multiple sources, and it's not just Riddler Coup. So that's obviously awesome, really cool to hear. That is all of the stuff about the Nintendo Switch 2 and what Riddler Coup's been saying, stuff like that. And then finishing things off for today's video, we do have the new season that was revealed in Pokemon Go, basically all about Pokemon Black and White. We've got Pokemon Go here tweeting out saying, what adventures are destined to be discovered in Pokemon Go's Dual Destiny? Dual Destiny will run from December the 3rd at 10 AM to March the 4th at 10 AM local time. And this is all the information about it here. So we have Hooper Unbound, Reshiram, Zekrom, all that jazz. So it starts from the 3rd of December 2024 at 10 AM till March the 4th 2025. So obviously very, very soon. They did drop a trailer with it as well, but we look forward to it. They got a little countdown. So Pokemon debuts. So more Pokemon originally discovered in the Galar region, featured in the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games for the Nintendo Switch, have been spotted in in Pokemon Go. So obviously that's Poltergeist and Sinistea and its evolutions. And then we also have Shadow Pokemon debuts, so watch out for Shadow Pokemon during Dual Destiny. 1-star and 3-star Shadow Raids will be available daily, while 5-star Shadow Raids will be taking place on Saturdays and Sundays, unless otherwise noted. Also, Shadow Regirock, Shadow Regice, and Shadow Registeel will leap into 5-star Shadow Raids throughout Dual Destiny. For the first time in Pokemon Go, you may even encounter shiny ones if you're lucky. And also more Max Pokemon debuts. So destined to go big, the Max battles continue during Dual Destiny. Dynamax Machop, Dynamax Krabby, and Gigantamax Lapras and more will emerge in Max battles during Dual Destiny. This kind of just relates to the fact that we're going to get Gigantamax Kingler and Gigantamax Machamp as well, like they're just going to be in the game soon. Obviously the community days as well have also been revealed, so we have our December community day, which is the 21st to the 22nd, which is like the big one where all the previous community days are happening. Then we have one on the 5th of January, one on the 25th of January, and also on the February the 9th. We have theme stickers, also Dual Destiny Expedition Access. Basically, there's going to be tickets every month where you get a 1-day incubator every day that you spin a Pokestop. So that's obviously really cool. Go Battle League stuff. We have Pokemon Stop Showcases, seasonal rotations, Alolan Raichu, Pancham, Furfrou, Hisuian, Avalugg, Jangmo, and Frigibax. And we also have different Pokemon appearing in different landscapes, mountains, beaches, water, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, cities, all that jazz. We also have the eggs as well. So in 2-kilometer eggs, you can get Psyduck, Swablu, Bonsly, Larvesta, Litleo, and Wimpod. In 5-kilometer eggs, you can get Clamperl, Blitzel, and Inkay. In 7-kilometer eggs, you can get Alolan Meowth, Grimer, Voltorb, Hisuian Quillfish, Galarian Corsola, and then Basculin Red Striped, and also Basculin Blue Stripe form, depending on if you're in the eastern or the western hemisphere. And in the Adventure Sync rewards, you can get Skarmory, Munchlax, Riolu, Tyrant, and Amora. And then in the 7-kilometer eggs given from Mateo, it's Galarian Farfetch'd and Corsola, Basculin Red and Blue Stripe, depending on which hemisphere you're in, and then also Pancham. And then we also have 10-kilometer eggs as well, which is Druddigon, Dreepy, and Charcadet. And then from the Adventure Sync rewards, you can get Esper, Turtonator, Jangmo-o, Charcadet, and Frigibax. So really cool that Dreepy's in there, because obviously I know a lot of people want to have that in its evolutions and stuff like that. But that's basically everything for the new season. I'm assuming we'll get maybe Shiny Kyurem as well in the game now. Obviously Shiny Reshiram, Shiny Zekrom, all that jazz. But yeah, probably some sort of Hooper Unbound mission as well. But either way, looking like a good season coming to Pokemon Go. And as well as that, this is going to get announced tomorrow as well on November the 28th. So it's a Cerebi update. Pokemon Go Tour 2025 details will be revealed on November the 28th, 2024 at midnight UTC. So yeah, doesn't look like we're going to be getting much Legends ZA this week. I mean, it's probably not going to happen anyway until January. But yeah, this week very much looks like it's going to be a Pokemon Go kind of week. But again, we think we're going to get the Legends ZA news in January regardless. But that is going to be all of the kind of stuff that I wanted to cover today. And let me know your thoughts on all the Dual Destiny stuff in Pokemon Go if you still play it. I kind of stopped playing it around winter times just because it's so cold outside and it's like -1 and just can't be bothered. But yeah, at least it's a cool event going on whilst obviously it does get colder. And then also let me know your thoughts about everything else that we covered. Do you think that these Pokemon should be on the Switch, or do you think that it's been so late now they may as well just pop them in like the game on the Switch too? And then also, what are your thoughts on what this Pokemon Home thing could be as well? Do you think it is going to be like a new sort of successor or whatnot? Let me know your thoughts and all that, because like I say, this is probably true. All of this stuff here that you're reading is most likely true. So it's going to be really exciting seeing if it is all actually going to get revealed in January. If it does get revealed in January, then this basically all gets confirmed as well. So again, we don't have to wait very long to find out about that. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.